Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notifications when I post a new video. My name is Alduvanda. I am from Mozambique and I currently live in Northern Ireland, the UK. Today I'm gonna do a Q&A video. This is a Q&A in two parts, part one and part two, because I put on a question box on my Instagram channel, on my Instagram page, and I received a lot of questions in English, which normally does not happen because most of my following on Instagram are Portuguese speaking people from Mozambique, Angola, and Portugal. But this time I got a lot of questions in English. And I think it's because my new followers are English speaking people and they don't know almost anything about me. So the questions are kind of basic. So I decided to make this video and leave it here on YouTube with the answers. So if you're interested, stay tuned because we have some very interesting questions here. So let's jump right into it. Question number one. Let me read. I have them noted here because I use my phone to film. Yeah, it's a great camera. It's a frontal camera, so first question. Did you always want to live outside of Mozambique? Actually, it's the first time someone asked me this question on social media. I always planned on living in Mozambique until I was maybe 25. I only considered going outside and living and having this experience living outside of Mozambique when I was 25. So there you go. Second question, were you always confident? Were you always a confident person? No, actually, I wasn't always confident. I had a lot growing up. I had a lot of struggles with my skin, with my health, with my teeth, with my legs. I was born crippled. So I had to go to several operations, surgery to fix my leg, and then my teeth were all crooked. So I spent years seeing my parents struggle with me on the dentist, almost 5 or 6 years, if I can remember clearly, to fix my teeth. So I wore bracelets for 5 years. And I had like eczema, but really bad eczema for, I think, all of my teenage years, my teenage years. So I was very insecure about my body, about how I looked. That's why I started doing I learned how to do makeup on YouTube, watching people's videos. I started worrying about how I look more because I didn't like what I was seeing on the mirror. So I wanted to improve myself. I wanted to like what I see. I wanted to be that person that I always saw in other people. Like, yeah, I wanted to be more beautiful and feel confident. So that's why I learned how to put eyelashes. I learned how to put foundation and these things. I started going to the gym. I started worrying a lot about my skin. My skin got better, but I still have eczema spots all over my chest, all over my back. My face, well, obviously here I'm wearing makeup, but you can see that I still have a lot of spots. So yeah, I learned how to be confident because I felt like, I wasn't happy the way I was. So I think my confidence came with that, came with growing up, came with accepting myself, but also accepting the fact that I want and I can improve myself in terms of how I look and how I present myself to people. Yeah, so I hope I answered your question. Question number 3, what are you insecure about? Well, I think I answered that already. I was insecure about my body and how I looked. Now I can say that maybe I'm insecure about my belly because I've been eating too much. It's quarantine, so everybody's been eating too much, so maybe that. But I'm not insecure about a lot of things. I'm a nervous person, so every time I throw myself into a new challenge, I get a bit insecure about my decision in going. But whenever I'm already there, I'm like, I just grab it with 2 hands. So yeah. 4th question, it's in Portuguese. Namorarias com alguém sem trabalho? I'm gonna just translate because I think it's like the only question I have in Portuguese, and it's like, would you date someone that doesn't work? I think that depends on your stage in life. There was a stage in my life where I would date someone that doesn't work. Now, I don't think so, to be honest. I don't think I would date someone that doesn't work, but I've already been, for example, in a situation where, my husband gave up his job to be with me. He traveled halfway around the world after me. So I was still, I was still with him. I'm still with him. And then I ended up marrying him. So I don't pretend in dating anyone else because I already date my husband. But yeah, I hope I also answered the question. Sorry, em português, namorarias com alguém sem trabalho? Eu acho que depende muito da fase em que nós estamos na vida, né? Eu agora não namoraria com alguém sem trabalho. Entretanto, eu sou casada e eu conheci o meu marido e depois ele estava em Portugal e eu estava em Moçambique e ele deixou o emprego dele em Portugal para vir atrás de mim em Moçambique. E eu namorei com ele sem trabalho e nós acabamos nos casando e agora vivemos aqui. Então, acho que depende muito da fase em que nós estamos na vida. Eu agora não namoraria com alguém sem trabalho, mas também é porque eu já estou casada, né? Não quero namorar com mais ninguém, já namoro com meu marido. Back to English. And back to the next question. How could you deal with a toxic friend? Well, this is a touchy subject because I have 1 or 2 of those. I mean, if the person is truly your friend, but not, because I think some people confuse friend and an acquaintance. You can go out with an acquaintance and you can just go to parties and talk general stuff with an acquaintance. That doesn't mean that person is your friend. You just know that person. That person knows you. You hang out with the same, in the same community, in the same neighborhood, or, you get along. But that doesn't mean that person is your friend. But if we're talking about true friends, and it happens to be a friend that I notice that it's a toxic person, I just avoid that toxic friend. I have problems in confronting people. I don't like it. I think sometimes it's a waste of time because people are not gonna change for your sake. Either they will change for their own sake or they will just continue being the same person. So if I have when I notice a toxic behavior in my friends, I just give them some time without telling them, obviously. I just give them some time. I don't call them. I limit myself saying that I'm busy. We just exchange messages because you can't actually be that toxic texting. However, I avoid calling them, I avoid visiting them, I avoid going out with them. I deal with toxic friendship like that. And if the person doesn't realize that, you know, the person is committing a mistake or it's over exaggerating in that subject, well, there's no solution to it. Sometimes when the person is really a friend, like, and I really love them, I talk to them and, you know, I say like, bruh, you're just being too toxic for me right now. I don't need this. And if they keep on going, I just keep away, give them some time. What's your next question? 7th question. What's your favorite dessert? Ice cream. Very basic. 8th question. Any embarrassing moment in your life? Well, many. Many embarrassing moments. One that I can remember at the moment. Oh, I didn't think about this. I have to think about this. I have many embarrassing moments, but nothing comes to mind now. Sorry. I'm gonna do a separate video talking about 10 most embarrassing moments in my life, and I definitely think you're gonna have fun with this one. Your biggest fear. My biggest fear is drowning. I hate the thought of it. Yeah, it just gives me the shivers just thinking about it. I wouldn't imagine myself. That's my biggest fear, drowning. What do you do for a living? Oh, I am actually a tax consultant. I did my degree. I took my degree in law. I have a law degree, and I worked for 8 years as a tax consulting, and yeah, I just work with a lot of accountants, a lot of lawyers that actually, solicitors that actually go to court and do all that stuff. But I limit myself in consulting, which means that I render research services, advices, tax advices. I assist clients with incorporating companies. I assist clients in doing tax reports, doing tax analysis, and answering questions around the tax implications of company structures, all that interesting stuff. So yeah, this is the part 1 of the Q&A. I'm gonna put up a new video in a couple of days on the part 2. Well, the part 2 might be more interesting, hint hint, so stay tuned. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you know me a little bit more, and I promise to put out more videos. I talk about a lot of things. I don't actually have a niche right now, so I'm just here trying to share a little bit of my life and a little bit of what I know with you guys. So don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button. I hope you enjoyed, and kisses.